Hi guys, I figured now would be a good day to do a little bit of an update of the reasons why we're picking Africa for our move abroad. I did a video, I think it was 2 years ago, about our top 10 reasons why we are planning to move to Africa, and I'm going to put the video somewhere up here. But I wanted to do a little bit of a recap and an update. Not much has changed, to be honest, on our reasons why we want to move, but I figured that as we're preparing and as we get more I guess I don't know if it's serious, but more focused on our priorities and what's important for us, then I want to share the top 5 reasons why we want to move to Africa and why we're planning on making this move. So the top reason, and I have my notes right here, the number one reason, which is, I mean, they're not in any kind of order. It's not like reason one is like the top reason. Like, one of the reasons is the food, the availability and affordability of fresh organic food. The fact that it's not, I mean, there's a lot of, GMOs in a lot of different foods and processed food everywhere around the world. But the fact that you have access to fresh fruits and vegetables that are not GMO loaded, right? And so that's a big plus for me to be able to feed my kids with food that is fresh and that is natural. With having a child on the spectrum, it's particularly important as a parent to feed your child with natural ingredients, okay, and not natural flavors. You need to know the difference, right? Things that you buy with natural flavors is terrible, actually, but natural ingredients, like fresh ingredients, not modified, that's the one that you need to go for. So availability of different food, fresh food, like real mangoes, real bananas, we do have organic food here as well, but sometimes it costs ridiculously, like, too much, right? And I understand that it's also because we get food that is not in season, right? And so being in an environment where, okay, it's orange season, so you get oranges, but if it's not orange season, you're not going to find oranges in the market because it's not season. But here you kind of find everything year round because they can scientifically make it happen, okay? So food is number one. Number two is culture. And under culture, I would add different things. African values are maybe like a little more conservative in certain areas. Two, language, being able to speak French, to learn French. I am fluent in French. French is my first language. My husband is fluent in French as well. And I've always wanted the kids to be able to learn French. I taught my first born when he was a baby, but then I stopped and all of that. But the easiest way for you to learn, mostly if you're a child, is to be immersed in the culture, to be able to interact with different languages at a young age. As a child, my brothers and I were fluent in French because we speak French at home, Spanish because we had Spanish television, English because we would go to an American/international church, and Arabic because Arabic is the language that you speak in the streets in Morocco, right? So being able to be fluent in 4 languages before the age of 10, it was such a blessing. And without having to go to school to do that, it's just because you are in that environment. So I want something like that for my kids, for French specifically. So being able to go to a French-speaking country, it's a big plus for us. Also under culture is being part of the Black majority. So knowing that you'll see Black cops, Black teachers, Black store owners, Black everything, right? And being in a society that is also diverse, but knowing that you are not the minority, you are not the exception, you're not the token Black student, you're not the token Black friend or something like that, right? So being able to grow up in an environment like that, my husband did grow up in an environment like that, and that I'm kind of a little bit jealous about that. But I didn't, right? I've been the minority all my life, and I see how him not growing up as the minority has done to his self-esteem and things like that. So I want that for my kids as well. Okay, so culture was number 2. Number 3 is business opportunities. It's not unknown to people that there's a lot of things to be done in terms of development, economic development around the continent. Okay, and and so that brings a lot of business opportunities depending on the area you're in. For me, being in business marketing specifically, online marketing, there's definitely room for that. Even in other industries, um, there's room for that. So whether it's my area or my husband's area, there are definitely some business opportunities. Even in the area of tourism specifically, which is my education background, so business and specifically tourism, there are a lot of opportunities that I've started tapping into and that I want to, you have to be close, you have to be on the ground to be able to really make a difference and grow something of importance. All right, so business opportunities was number 3. Number 4 is family and friends, so being closer to part of the family, because obviously we have family here in the US, but we have also family and friends on the continent, and so it would be pretty neat to be able to see them more often and to be with them more often. So number 4 is family and friends. Number 5 is super important for me as a mom, and I think that most moms or all moms will appreciate that, because we all need this, is having support at an affordable price point. Because you can get support here, you can get a nanny, you can get a cleaner, you can get somebody to cook your meals and all that, but that doesn't mean that it's affordable. Okay, being able to have that kind of support is crucial, so that you can spend more time taking care of yourself and not having to do everything for everybody. And even if you split tasks with your spouse and with the kids as well, it's just too much. And so being able to have that kind of support at an affordable price point is really, really important for us. I was gonna say for me, but yeah, for me it's really important. But even for your kids or for your spouse, because you're more present, because you can do more things with them, because somebody is taking care of the cooking or the cleaning or the driving people around and all of the grocery shopping, right? And so having that kind of support is extremely important. And that's really pretty much it. There are more reasons, but those are the top five reasons why looking at Africa. The fact that we are Africans, right? And so we're Africans, we're Americans, we're different things, but at the end of the day, you have that attachment and you feel pulled to Africa, right? To that. Even though I wouldn't be opposed to moving to other places around the world, Mexico, France, different countries. If we were to go to France and move there even for a year, I would be 100% on board. I would be 100% on board. That's outside of Africa, France would be the country that would be top of my list. Second country, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, but I've done a lot of research about France, and I'm like this close to making that jump, because I really like it. I have a lot of friends there, and I'm very familiar with the culture and Paris specifically, but you just never know. But those were pretty much the 5 reasons why we're picking Africa. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and let me know what your destination of choice is. And you can also check out the next video right here, where I tell you more about specifically Côte d'Ivoire, why Côte d'Ivoire is so appealing to us. All right, enjoy the next video, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.